Beatrice Byenkya belongs to a class of unique constitutional office holders who serve for a 5-year term, have no public service contracts, and are not bound by public service standing orders. In a letter that we've seen, dated 18th November 2021, the IGG directs the Minister of Lands to interdict Byenkya, quoting Article 230 of the Constitution and Section 14 of the Inspectorate of Government Act.
Provides that the Inspector General of Government may, during the course of his or her duties, or as a consequence of his or her findings, make such orders and give directions as unnecessary and appropriate in the circumstances. That is a section that we use to cause an interdiction or interdict an officer where the Inspectorate of Government is conducting investigations. And of course, this matter of Land Commission came when we received a number of complaints against the Uganda Land Commission.
The letter reads in part, you are directed as the supervising authority to interdict or cause the interdiction of Honorable Beatrice Byenkya from her duties as chairperson of Uganda Land Commission with immediate effect. This debate has left constitutional law minds divided. Lawyer Wandela Ogalo thinks IGG has jurisdiction over all public officers that draw money from the consolidated fund.
Once the IGG has jurisdiction over the office of the chairperson of Land Commission, then automatically the powers of the IGG to investigate, to interdict, and to do so come into play.
But the Constitution in Article 238, Clause 5, states that an officer like Byenkya may be removed by the President only for inability to perform the functions of his or her office arising from infirmity of body or mind, misbehavior, misconduct, or incompetence.
Under the Constitution of this country, there is a category of presidential appointees, people who are appointed by the President directly and who can only be removed from office by the President. The IGG herself would be one example. The chairperson of the Electoral Commission and his commissioners. The Uganda Human Rights Commission chairperson and commissioners. The Director of Public Prosecutions. Judges of the High Court, Court of Appeal, and Supreme Court. Now, all those people technically, in a sense, are also public officers. However, the Constitution has given a clear provision on how they can be removed from office. And the Constitution is silent on whether they can be suspended.
In his guidance, the Attorney General back in November advised the IGG to request the President to either do the interdiction or delegate his power to someone to do so.
That's what the Constitutional Court ruled in the constitutional petition of Fox Odoy and another versus Attorney General, which was decided in the year 2004. But the Constitutional Court made it very clear that the advice of the IGG is not final, and the President has the discretion. He may choose to follow that advice, or to disregard it, or to implement it in a different way. Essentially, the Constitutional Court ruled that it was wrong for the IGG to have required the President to remove Major Nekakoza Mutale from the office of Presidential Advisor. And that's the scenario that we have right now. In fact, being a subject of pending criminal proceedings is not even one of the grounds mentioned.
Experts say causing the President to interdict such an officer like Commission's chairperson before the end of her term requires the head of state to set up a tribunal to hear the allegations and guide him. This leaves questions on the ongoing process. Edward Muhumza, NTV.